All right. We are back here at Song of the Day, coming to you from the Rock Cave. I'm your host, Mark Pierce. It is Monday. Hope you had a good weekend. We are cooking up some good stuff this week. Shindig. For those that know. What are we talking about today? So I heard a song by this band earlier past week, and I said to myself, you know what? They have not been covered enough here in the Rock Cave, maybe yet to be covered, or maybe once, and that's a huge hole in my resume here for the Rock Cave. So we are going and doing some Southern rock today with Lynyrd Skynyrd. I know there's going to be a lot of fans out there because what great music this is, right? For those of you who don't know, formed in Jacksonville, Florida in 1964, originally under different names. They had all kinds of names for the next 5 years as they toured around. The most recent one before they changed it to Lynyrd Skynyrd was the 1%, and they were getting kind of made fun of by that name by their fans. People that went to their show. So Lynyrd Skynyrd, famously two people in real life. Lynyrd Skynyrd is a fictional character mentioned in the song, the parody song, Hello Mudda, Hello Fada, if you don't know that one. And it just so happens that they had a gym teacher named Lynyrd Skynyrd in high school who was very much against kids with long hair. So what are the chances that two of those people would actually exist? But they did their thing. They started touring, playing clubs, all that stuff. And really, by 1970, they were the top band in Jacksonville, Florida. And eventually were able to put out their debut record. They put out this debut record, and it was an immediate success. This is what we're talking about today. The debut record came out in 1973, and it was just huge already. The critics loved it, the fans loved it. It was stuff they had been playing for years, a lot of it. But this is some really good stuff here if you're not familiar with their very first album. They would go on to put out five huge albums until that tragic plane crash in 1977 that killed three of their band members and seriously injured many others. But they would be a staple in classic rock radio, right? This particular record was heard by producer Al Cooper, and he was friends with Pete Townsend. So he got them a slot on the opening band for The Who's Quadrophenia Tour. That was what gave them the massive U.S. coverage that they needed in order to be the band that they become. What's on this debut album? Let's talk about that for a minute. For highlights, you've got Tuesday's Gone, of course. Awesome song. Simple Man almost didn't make it on the record. The producer did not want it on the record. They're like, I'm not feeling it. I don't think it should be left off. The band was like, no, we really love this. So they actually ended up cutting the track while he wasn't there. And it ended up being one of their most popular songs. Things Going On is also on this record. And Freebird. Okay, we got to talk about Freebird, right? Freebird, first of all, peaked at number 19 on January 25th, 1974. So there's your tie-in for this time of year. Of course, Freebird, staple. Everyone what's not to like about Freebird? So much so that, of course, I don't even know where that yelling out Freebird came from at live shows. I'm not sure where that came from, but my wife thanks me for stopping that's for sure. But what a song that is. I mean, what can you say about Freebird that has not been said already? Typically the last song they would play in their concerts, and it would go on they would stretch it out for about 14 minutes. And to this day, it's got something like 4 million downloads or something like that in the digital era. So everyone loves Freebird. And then you got this song. This is the song I heard on the radio that made me want to do this one. That's Gimme 3 Steps. What a song this is, right? Now, just a reminder, I did not hear of Lynyrd Skynyrd until I was just like a sophomore in high school. It was when I moved to Connecticut to a classic rock town. That's what you heard on the radio. So kids were all listening to the radio, and there were like 3 stations they were listening to classic rock. Of course, one of them, 102 AQY Rock Block Weekend, would play 3 songs from a band in a row all weekend long. So that's where I heard a bunch of my first Lynyrd Skynyrd and became a fan. And this is one of the songs, clearly, that would play and that I learned to love. But it really wouldn't be till later, till, when you go off to college and then you come back and you go to your town bar because you can finally go to the town bar. Well, that's what we would do, and go back to this awesome pub, Munn's Pub in Connecticut. And you just felt, you remember that feeling when you go off to college and you come back and you just feel like you're more of an adult, right? Because now you can go to a bar, you can hang out with your friends. I don't know, it's just, if you remember that feeling, it's a feeling. And you walk in there and there's regulars and there's jukebox and all this other stuff. I don't know, it's a cool feeling, right? And this song, Gimme 3 Steps, is the one that would get people out on the dance floor, all ages. It's just, it's a great memory of just a small town bar in the wintertime playing this song. So this one is good, and of course probably popular at weddings as well. But this is an awesome song. This one makes you get up, and what's not to like about Gimme 3 Steps? So that's your song of the day today. Lynyrd Skynyrd, Gimme 3 Steps. Tell me your favorite Lynyrd Skynyrd stories below. What are your songs that you love? And enjoy what you're doing today. Hope it involves music. Looking forward to this week again in the cave with some more good stuff. And as usual, I'll catch you on the flip side.